There's no other programs like Youth Launch. There are programs that talk about underage drinking, but it isn't peer-to-peer education. Peer-to-peer education for me means that you're talking to someone your age, someone that understands you, because when adults talk to us, we tend to not listen to them because we don't think that they know what they're talking about.
I joined YPC because I come from a long line of alcoholics. I've had them, all throughout my family. It's just a very prevalent issue in my family, and the closest person to me was my dad. Luckily, though, he got sober before I was ever born, so I've never had to deal with active alcoholism in my family, but when you have alcoholism in any family, there's residual effects. The dysfunction lasts for generations after even the alcoholism.
The reason that I care about underage drinking is because I have lost 2 family members to alcohol. And the first person is my dad. I was born shortly after my parents graduated from college, and so I really don't remember a time where my father was not an alcoholic. And growing up in an alcoholic family, there are a lot of complications and chaotic times. I remember violence in the home, but what I don't remember is having that relationship with my father that every young girl, I feel, should have, and I didn't have that because I didn't know him, because he wasn't present and was not available.
See, my we have a lot of issues. My brother, my oldest brother actually, he's 24 at the time, and he's in a federal prison. There's a lot of reasons why he's in a federal prison, but I'll start by saying he started drinking. He started thinking he was an adult already, taking the wrong path, and I just like to point out that drinking leads to other things like drugs, and that leads to other things, and it just leads to more horrible things, like a lie leads to another lie.
By 14, I kind of decided that I wanted my life to be really different from the life that I had had. And so when I was approached about underage drinking, when kids offered alcohol or any other substance to me, the answer was always no, because I knew what it had done to my family. And so, growing up and getting out of college, I had a lot of hopes and dreams for my life. Knew I wanted to get married and have a child, and I did. And I wanted to make sure that the father of my child would be around for a long time. But I ended up being hurt again by alcoholism. He ended up dying because he was drinking and driving and had a single car accident that killed him. And after the accident is when I started to go back and look at things, and I saw a progression, something that I didn't notice at the time.
And of course everyone's like, oh yeah, if you drink underage, you're gonna get in trouble, but I don't think they really get the depth of the consequences that you'll have if you drink underage.
And we all know that when people start drinking when they're young, they're more likely to become alcoholics when they're older. And so I joined YPC so that I could stop that effect, that dysfunction. If I can help people to make healthy choices when they're young, then it'll curb that dysfunction of alcoholism. And I also joined because growing up through middle school and high school, I watched my friends one by one take their first drink and throw away things that were really, really important to them. And I watched them hurt themselves and hurt others. And I want to stop that dysfunction as well. I want to see the generations after me and my children and their children. I want to see them making healthy choices for their lives and becoming great leaders of whatever they're involved in. So that's why I joined YPC, and that's why the issue of underage drinking is really important to me.
The issue of underage drinking is important to me because my life has personally been affected by alcohol issues from an early age. The first time I was offered alcohol at a party, I was 12 years old. It was the September of my 6th grade year, and I remember being totally unprepared for that decision and totally surprised. And when I went home to talk with my mom about it, she was shocked that I was dealing with that at such a young age. But I think that today's teens and today's young adults really do face this issue at an early age, and it's time that the community and the parents get involved in the issue and to support our young people in making healthy choices for their future.
I've just decided that even though I might want to drink every once in a while because I'm always with my friends, it's not the best thing to do, and that there are always better choices, and that with me not drinking, I'm making a healthier life for myself and hopefully for my family in the future.
For me, this program YPC is important because it's youth actually going out to talk to other people their same age. I think it's more effective than me going out and talking to them. I can share my story, and it is a powerful story, but I think it's more powerful for someone their own age going through what they're going through to be able to tell them the facts, the law, the statistics, and all the things that go into the consequences of underage drinking.
We don't go and talk to students and tell them, hey, this is what you shouldn't do, you're not going to do this. We can't tell anyone what to do, but we can help the students make better choices and healthy choices for their lives. And that's the main reason I joined YPC.